Hi everyone. I have Sarah here today, and we have our regular call when we are preparing for the women's retreat. And we find how we get into these juicy conversations, and like we decided why don't we share them and to give you a taste of what is happening around sexuality. Do you agree with that, Sarah?
I fully agree with it. I was just thinking from my own experience, when I have been sexual and it's been lovely, I walk around the next day with my head a little bit higher. I
Mm.
have more energy, and I guess I would say I feel empowered. I feel more alive.
Yeah, and that's what like I noticed that correlation as well, that that like for me, when I don't have, like, let's say there are periods of time when I don't feel sexual, I don't want to have sex, and then when I look at my life, it's kind of like it's moody, it's getting depressed, it's almost like I'm not fully alive.
Yep.
And then when I switch it, and then I have the yummy sex, and I have orgasms, and then I notice, like, in my other areas, like clients are signing up, and and it's just yeah, like the life is happening brighter. So there is this correlation that we are seeing, that like how to be empowered through sexuality, through sexual energy.
It's really very strong. And you know, it's our everyday feeling, like you were saying, or and when I'm feeling up and alive and empowered, it, I feel like people react differently to me,
Hmm.
as though it wears off on them or something, or they reach for that because, yum, that tastes good. I think I'd like some of that.
Yeah, that people can feel energy,
Hmm.
even if they don't like, even if they don't think about it. There is something like we relate, we like, oh, there is this energy, and we
Right,
go there, right?
right. And I find that's true for me when I've been sexual with my partner or with myself, that the next day seems different, back
Yeah,
to that empowerment.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
think the more we learn about, more we learn about sex and sexuality and the energy that goes with it, and the how-tos, how to make this happen, is really very important. And it's some of the stuff that we want to share with you in the workshop.
Yeah, and so we just led workshop recently, and something we were discussing, that like, yes, women learned, I say women because it's for women, women learned like the pleasure mapping, like the pleasure areas, learned about orgasms, learned the techniques, like how to really pleasure her genitals, like her body. But there is something more to it that they're taking out of the workshop, that feeling of like I'm standing on the ground just like so powerfully, that power feeling, that like, oh, I'm connected to myself, I'm connected to life. It's like whew. And then I'm just like leaving this space, and I am living like really like full life.
Yep, I think it deserves an A.
Yeah, and then for me, like many years, I thought that my genitals, I call her pussy, that like that she is ugly, and like when my partner would just like look at her or go down on me, I'm like, oh my god, we have to turn off light, it's terrible, and then I would never look there. And then this like transformation, when I started looking at her and seeing her as beautiful, and I came up with a name, like, you know, like I call her Miss Bunny. And and I listened to her, you know, like I listened, like she became my navigator, you know, that this is the power center. You know how people say, like, listen to your heart? A lot of times I listen to my pussy. Like, it's like seriously, not only if I'm attracted to someone, like she tells me that, but as well stuff like, oh, do I want to take this offer or not? Do I want to go on the trip or not? Like buy house or not? Like she's tingling when there is something good. So it's just like there is that, it's our pleasure center and it's our power center. And so when we disconnected from it, we are disconnected from life in a way, right?
I'm in agreement. Yeah.
Yeah. So empowerment through sexuality, that's something that we have been dancing around. And Sarah, I love your example, how you turned 81. Like now everyone goes, what? We don't believe you. And you are fully connected with your sexuality, and living your, like your full life. Like, how is it possible? What's your secret?
Well, I'm not sure it's a secret. In the workshop, you find out all about it. I come away from it thinking, wow, they really know what goes on in my heart and my body and my sex life, what went on, what is, how I got there. And I, it's out on the skinny branches because of what we're sharing. But I come away feeling like I've made a difference
Mhm.
and that these women on Sunday evening are like 2 feet taller than when they came in, and
Mm.
looking forward to using what they learned with their male or female partner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this workshop that we keep mentioning, you'll see link up on the screen, and just go there, check it out. We are offering it, as of right now, in Bay Area or in San Diego area, Southern California or Northern California. If you want to invite us to other locations, we might consider it. But just look at it and join us. It's a truly magical experience. Would love to meet you in person.
And would I, so would I.
Yay.